This is Randy Bell with the Courier podcast, the place to come for the latest Clinton news. A dozen streets deemed to be among the worst in Clinton will be resurfaced this summer. The city has set aside $1.5 million for the work, and the Board of Aldermen voted June 4th to advertise for bids. The process used to identify which of the 190 miles of streets to be put on the list was the same as Clinton has followed in the past.
One person from the city will ride and rate the streets. That way as consistent can be.
That's consulting city engineer Bill Owen. He says the focus is on the condition of the pavement, while traffic counts and location are not among the criteria considered.
The streets are selected from worst to first.
More than a decade ago, the city decided to rate the streets citywide instead of dividing the paving money equally among the 6 wards.
The board chose not to go by wards or to split it up and give each ward a certain amount, and that's the way they've held in the 12 or 13 years that I've been doing it.
The list includes 4 streets in both Ward 2 and Ward 6, 2 in Ward 3, and 1 each in Wards 4 and 5. No streets in Ward 1 are on the list. A few streets in the city are in worse condition than the ones being paved, but Hobby Farms Road and Pinehurst Drive need full reconstruction, not just resurfacing. The same goes for Quail Hollow Drive, which is getting a new culvert crossing, which conflicts with this year's paving program. A section of Madison Street wasn't included because it has a concrete surface, not asphalt. And the city left a section of Mount Salus Road off the list because it's a dead-end street that doesn't serve any residences. For citizens disappointed that their street won't be resurfaced this year, Mayor Phil Fisher offers this comment.
The only consolation I tell people is if your street's not on the list, there are other people worse than you.
Most of the selected streets have curbs and gutters, which means much of the old pavement will have to be removed through milling before the fresh asphalt is put down, and that adds to the cost of the project. The bids will be opened in early July, and with the board's approval of a contractor, the work should get underway a few weeks later. And Owen says,
hopefully get started around the middle of August.
And he says it should take a couple of months to pave the streets, weather permitting. Here's the list of streets to be resurfaced. Trace Ridge Drive from Northside Drive to the cul-de-sac. Cherrystone Drive from Old Vicksburg Road to Cherry Park Boulevard. McDonald Drive from Morrison Drive to Patio Place. Hathaway Drive from Church Street to the dead end. Oklahoma Drive from West Virginia Drive to the dead end. Royal Oak Drive from Pebblebrook Drive to the dead end. Cherry Park Boulevard from Old Vicksburg Road to Cherrystone Circle. Dunleith Way from Grand Oak Boulevard to Dunleith Way. East Leak Street from Hester Street to Lakeview Drive, Hillmont Circle from Hunters Ridge Drive to the cul-de-sac, Laney Road from Oklahoma Drive to the cul-de-sac, and Lindale Drive from Clinton Boulevard to Old Vicksburg Road. This is Randy Bell.